Amazing. So I completely forgot to even turn the desktop audio for this, so the music was playing the whole time, and you guys were just sitting there in silence. Holy shit. I completely forgot to even turn the desk. There you go. All right, so audio's working. Okay, let's just put on the. I am so rusty on this. How long? It's been like almost half a year. Goodness. Okay, let's put some background music on. There we go. All right. Let's just get this started. There we go. Let me know if the audio is good. Is the audio synced up with the visuals? Let me know if we're good in the chat. Oh yeah, time for music, and there it is. Yeah. Streams, the audio stream current bitrate is lower than I don't know what that means. Don't care. All right. Well, welcome back. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been too long since I did a live stream for you guys. Yeah, it's been months. It's been months since I posted anything in general. I haven't been posting videos on this channel. I haven't posted any vlogs on my other channel. I kind of would rather not get into that, but just haven't been doing it. I haven't even been doing shorts. It's been kind of crazy. Yeah, one of the reasons really is because I don't have air conditioning in my house right now. Still waiting for it to get fixed. And I do my streams upstairs, and I record my videos upstairs too. So you're probably hearing a fan that I have on right now. It's not that hot, but again, since it's upstairs, heat kind of rises. So it's a little bit more warm up here than it is downstairs. So I wish I could just do a streaming setup downstairs, but with my mic setup and everything, I don't think that would be feasible. I don't have, like, as of right now, I don't have that. So it's got to be upstairs, but yeah, Alj, I hope your AC gets fixed. Yeah, they said they were gonna call me soon. I may have to give them a call to see if like any of the parts are ready or available. But it's been a while since I had it checked, and I'm already kind of signed up for excuse me, if I had to already signed up for like some work to be done. It's just I haven't gotten a call back from them yet, so I'm gonna have to like see what happens. But yeah, so that's kind of, damn, must be sweating like a pig right now. No, again, it's not like really hot over here. It's just, I do need some air circulation, you know? So like, currently it's, how hot is it right now, actually, where I'm at? Yeah, it's only like 74 degrees today. So it's not, it's certainly been cooling down. Trust me. It's in the summer, I'd say the second half of August to September. Yeah, like, well, no, it was like maybe the last week of July to all of August to maybe the second of October, to the second week of August. I mean, September, I believe. That's when it was kind of like I was in the 80s, like 82, 83 degrees. Honestly, surprisingly, this, excuse me, this summer honestly has not really been as hot as usual. Like last year was much worse. There was one day where I think we reached, in my area, which usually doesn't get that hot, one day we had like a massive heat wave, and it got like to, I think, like 115 degrees or something. That was terrible. I was able to survive. I had like all the fans running, I had all the windows closed, I had like a bunch of ice cold water, so I was able to survive that, but there was no way in hell I was gonna go outside. Like, absolutely not. But that was just one day. But like, it would hit 90 degrees around my around my house, you know, like at the highest peak. But again, that didn't happen at all this year. So we definitely had a cooler summer. It was still hot, but it was a cooler summer though. But yeah, so I've been spending like a majority of my time downstairs so I can be in cooler air. And yeah, So that's what I've been doing. So that's honestly been the main reason why I haven't been doing too many streams, because even the fan that I have right now, that's kind of, it's a tower fan that's blowing on me right now. I'm not sure if that would have been enough to kind of cool me down, right? So yeah, it just wouldn't have, yeah, I do have some water with me and all that stuff though, but yeah, that's kind of why I haven't necessarily been doing a lot of streaming or a lot of like video content. But yeah, I've been missing you guys, you know, like it sucks. Like I've been like thinking about doing a video for quite some time, but I just haven't gotten to do it, you know, like it's been interesting the past, past couple of months. Hold on, let me get update him. We've been missing you too, Pookie. Dude, Pookie, what? Did you call me Pookie? What the? And this is why I'm glad I'm back, bro. What the? I was not expecting that. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Nah, I gotta hold on. Hold on a second. Nah, that comment better not go away. I gotta send that to him. Did it not? I just, okay, there it is. I had to send that to Alex. Freaking Pookie, dude. But yeah, so hashtag Josh the Pookie Man. No, see, I'm glad I'm not a big YouTuber, because something like that's not gonna go trending, thank God. But yeah, so damn, I've been, this past month, honestly, like the past 4 weeks really has been, it's been interesting. I can't remember exactly everything that I've been doing. I've certainly been getting out of the house, trying to do some stuff. I saw somebody in the comments asking, how has, oh yeah, that one snail. It's not Gary the editor anymore. It is now that one snail. He's going through some sort of a rebrand. So, yeah, there he is. But yeah, somebody, was asking how's my Disney been going, because you guys know I go to Disneyland every week. I literally just went back yesterday after an entire month of not going. Yesterday was great. It was fun. It was busy, but it was definitely a lot of fun. I almost didn't go yesterday because reservations were not available, but literally like 12 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning, I checked reservations, and lo and behold, it opened, and I instantly got a reservation for yesterday, because my next reservation is literally next Friday, and I didn't want to wait until next Friday to go. One of the reasons why I haven't been going too often was because, again, because of the heat. When Disneyland gets hot, it's in Anaheim, so Anaheim gets like a few degrees hotter than in my area. And so when I'm at Disney, and say by the time I get there, it's usually like 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock. Around that time, it's about like, give or take, maybe 88 degrees. If the high peak is going to be like 88 degrees and it's going to get there, and I do not want to be at Disneyland during that heat. It's not fun. Especially with like a bunch of people, when it's crowded and all that stuff. And not to mention when it's humid. Like, it's one thing if it's the sun beaming heat on you, but it's another thing when the air is also humid. Like, that's not fun. So that's definitely why I, would go to Disney like much later. But the thing is, like, when I've gone to Disneyland later to get away from the heat, that's what everyone else was doing as well. So I, like, the first day I went to their Halloween, like, season, it was the opening of that, and that was legitimately terrible. because it took a long ass time for me to even get into the parking lot, right? Like, there was a long line to get into the parking lot, and then just to get on the bus to get from said parking lot to the actual park was incredibly long. Took me like at least maybe 30 minutes to go through all of that line. And then it was a long line, I think, to get into the park anyway. It was ridiculous how busy it was. It was awful. And so I said, never again. I'm not doing that again. So that's why I haven't necessarily gone to Disney for a while, when it would be like the hot weather and, you know, just trying to navigate the crazy crowds. Like, good Lord. It was just not fun. It wasn't fun. Like, I still had somewhat of a good time. Thankfully, I went to Disney the day before, because that was the day Wonders Journeys, their fireworks show, was to be put on hold for a while the Halloween season started. But yeah, that was a mess, and so I had to like really change how I was gonna do Disneyland. So yeah, but I actually 2 weekends ago I did something very fun, and I wish I was able to show you guys like some pictures. But I actually went to LA Comic-Con 2 weekends ago. That was freaking awesome. Yesterday was a weird new Rubble and Crew. Oh jeez, dude, don't mention Rubble and Crew in the chat. Especially this new episode that you're talking about. Don't mention it, for the love of God. Oh man, dude, I had such a crash out moment watching that episode earlier today. It was so stupid. I'd rather not get into that. Holy crap. Like, if Alex is still in the chat, I was sending him some like actual voice recordings of me just talking instead of me just texting him. Like, I was just sending him like a vocal recording of me speaking, you know, like voice messages, and essentially in like Messenger. And like the crash out that I had because of how stupid that episode was, man, hilarious. Like, it wasn't a crazy crash out or anything. I'm not losing my voice though, but my God, it was stupid. That one snail, he is speaking the truth. He lost his mind. I literally I did. It was so dumb. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's go a little bit into that. Hold on. Your mom says my dad actually works at Comic-Con. Really? Did he work at LA Comic-Con, or was it like Comic-Con in San Diego? I'll get back into Comic-Con. But that show really existed on a dumb way. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, so here's the episode that I'm talking about. It was the episode, the Blue Dabby Network. LA Comic-Con is an awesome place if you want to find a ton of news flash on upcoming TV series or returning of old TV series. Yeah, I'll get to LA Comic-Con in a bit. All right, like we'll talk about that. But I'll get to. Speaking of which, New York Comic-Con is currently on. Yes, it did. I wish I was there because Steve Burns from Blue's Clues is there, and he better come to LA Comic-Con next year. Okay, because I will buy weekend tickets in a heartbeat. I was literally at LA Comic-Con all weekend, which was freaking awesome, and I'm doing it again next year. It was so much fun. It's expensive, but it's so much fun. I love it. I freaking love it. Anyway, I'll get to LA Comic-Con because I'd like to talk about that for a bit. But yeah, so the Rubble and Crew episode, because Cartoon Fan mentioned it. Basically the episode is they're building like a Halloween party, I guess, at their bar. What is it called? Barkyard site or whatever the hell it is. It's where they have, it's where they live, and it's also where they do their construction, whatever. I don't want to sound like I know too much about the show. I am ashamed to know too much about the show. I don't know why I keep watching it. It's so bad, I can't stop watching it. It's like Miraculous Ladybug recently. Like, I started checking out some of the episodes of Miraculous Ladybug season 6, right? And it's so bad. Previously, it was so bad, I literally was like, I'm not watching this again. It's annoying, whatever. But then I started watching it, and now I'm just laughing at how bad it is. It's crazy. But anyway, so the episode of Rubble and Crew is, oh yeah, Miraculous is trash. Absolutely. But it's hilarious to watch right now. But yeah, so also there was somebody, actually very quickly, there was somebody in the chat that I saw, and I just realized I didn't say hi to anybody in the chat like I usually do. My bad. I'm so rusty at this. I'll get to that. But Neo Anton, yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen you. I didn't even know you were still subscribed to the channel. I think, are we still friends on Facebook? I wouldn't know. I don't even like use Facebook that much anymore. But yeah, it's great to see you again, dude. While I'm at it, Kawaii Nation, Jessica Keel, Rike Art, Naughty Orchard, Alter Ego Bro, Randall, Your Mom, Cat Fox, Captain Nabel, Dorothy. I think I said Kawaii Nation already. Yes, Cartoon Fan, Stickmation Official, Gillian, Silver Star, Sonic, and MLP Fan. Speaking of MLP, Friendship is Magic, it had its 15-year anniversary yesterday. Wild. I can't believe it's been 15 years of that, man. That's, I mean, not 15 years of that, but 15 years since it came out. Insane. But, did I miss anybody? No, I don't think I did. If I did, I apologize, but it's announced Abel. Oh, Abel. Captain Abel. Okay, got it. But yeah, hello. Again, I am kind of rusty on this. And the hub is 15 years yesterday. That's right. It also launched October 10th, 2010. Good lord. And now it's Discovery Family, which has kind of been having a resurgence slightly, and also getting a lot of Cartoon Network shows now because Cartoon Network's dead. But anyway, but yeah, let's just to get this out of my system. So in Rubble and Crew, the episode that came out yesterday, and I watched it today. Can't blame you. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. But yeah, like the episode, they built like a Halloween party, and they had like a bunch of tables out for people to hang out at, and they're decorating things with pumpkins and spooky stuff, yada yada yada. And one of the things that they had that was kind of the main attraction was a hay maze, right? So two guys, they're twins, very obnoxious twins, by the way. They headed on over to, you know, the Barkyard so they can like deliver one of the dog's costumes for Halloween. And what they both decided to do, they both came over to the maze. They said, oh, there's a maze. Hey, before we deliver the mail, let's go ahead and go through this maze to see who can get out faster, right? So they both go into the maze. And the dogs are like excited for everybody to get there, and Mulder, the youngest dog in the whole group, or the whole family. The family's weird. They're a bunch of cousins, but they're also related. Anyway, I'm not even gonna try to get. I don't want to. Yeah. But anyway, it was Mulder's costume. Yeah. So basically, I hate that I know the characters' names. Christ. Anyway, so the two guys go into the maze so they can try to find out who, or to beat each other out of, you know, finding the exit out of the maze or whatever, right? And basically, take care, Alter Ego. So basically, thanks for stopping by the way. Please, no more merges. We will get to that. But yeah, so basically they go into the maze trying to see who can get out the fastest, blah, blah, blah. And so Mulder is excited, waiting for her costume. And basically, they get a call from one of the twins. I think it was Omar or whatever. I don't know, and I don't care. So basically, they're like, hey, yeah, so I'm here with your mail. Problem, I'm lost in the maze. Well, yeah, it's a maze. You're supposed to get lost in the maze. That is the whole purpose of a maze. To get lost in it and try to find your way out. So, they basically, now the Rubble and Crew, they basically go into the maze and try to find both of them, right? And they are both like both the brothers are like in different parts of the maze, and they're trying to find each other. Somehow they don't find each other, yet they're constantly calling each other's names out. You'd think that it would be easy to find, listen, follow the voice and try to find a way to find each other, but they don't do that. It's dumb. And so they find one of the brothers, they get out of the maze, and then they're like, oh man, I don't think we're gonna be able to have Halloween family time because my brother's still lost in there. Oh no, I guess I can't get my costume, he's lost. So what's the solution? Oh yeah, here's the solution. Let's destruct the maze so we can get him out of the maze. And mind you, these are adult men we're talking about here. We're not talking about children. We're not talking about brother, sister, young siblings. We're talking about adult men. 2 adult men lost in the maze, and we're trying to break them out. They can't find their way out of the maze. Crazy. So here's where I had my crash out. Okay. Like, I mean, I already had my crash out out at the point where they're like, yeah, let's destruct the maze, which was dumb. So they get Motor. She has like a wrecking ball on her like construction vehicle. She goes over and breaks the maze to basically, you know, breaks down everything so they can find his brother and get him out of the maze, right? Stupidest thing ever. Literally the stupidest thing ever. I hate how preschool shows make the adults so brain dead. Literally. Like, it's oh my god. The only show that makes the adults stupid and it actually works is South Park, because it's hilarious. Like, the adults are dumb as hell, but it's freaking hilarious how stupid they can be sometimes. And it's so fun. It's funny. It's funny. I love South Park. Anyway. And I think South Park has a new episode this Wednesday. Because they had like a 2-week break or something. Shoot, after everything that's happened, I'm not gonna get into that. We're not talking about any of that. But after everything that's happened, I can't wait for their new episode. It better be a good one. Anyway, so yeah, dumb adults in preschool shows. I think Paw Patrol and Rubble and Crew are like the worst. I said Rubble and Crew. Rubble and Crew are the worst examples of adults just being flat out stupid, and I hate it. Anyway, so they break the maze, right? And they find him. And then Rubble literally turns around, looks at the maze, and he's like, uh-oh, guys, I think we destroyed the maze. What do you mean? What do you mean? Uh-oh, I think we destroyed the maze. You literally told Motor to destroy the maze to find your brother. Or his brother. No, I'm trying not to cuss, but duh, you broke the maze. You broke all of the hay barrels to find him. Why are you shocked? Like, what? You see why I had this crash out moment here, which I'm kind of having right now. It's so dumb. Like, it was the dumbest thing. You build a maze, they get in, they get lost, you take down the maze to get them unlost, and then you're shocked that the maze is broken and destroyed. Like, it was, oh my god, it was so stupid, dude. Like, again, I literally called, I didn't call Alex, but I messaged him with a voice message on Messenger. And like, I literally had to just describe to him the stupidity of this. Oh my goodness. I wish I could play you. I wish I could play you the audio, but literally, like, I think I throw in some F-bombs there, and I'm trying not to do that on this channel, even though I fail sometimes, because sometimes it's like, okay, I just have to. But still, it's like, bro, it is so freaking dumb. It's just makes no sense whatsoever as to why it was dumb. The episode was incredibly stupid. And then like, freaking, again, I hate that I know these characters' names. Charger, like, they see everything that was like, they want to rebuild the they want to rebuild the maze, but they can't because the hay barrels, or I think they were hay bricks or something that were created, they were all kind of decimated. They literally can't put them back together to put the maze. And he's like, if only we could use something else to build the maze with, while laying on top of some pumpkins, because kids are incredibly stupid and we have to spell it out for them what he meant by if only there was something else that was Halloweeny that we can build with. Oh, like these pumpkins that I'm leaning against, but I don't know it yet because I'm a dum-dum. Again, why the hell do I watch this? Oh, God. Say what you want about Miraculous Ladybug. Like, at least I don't crash out when I'm watching that. I just laugh at how stupid it is. It's dumb, but... Oh, God. It's crazy, man. But you know what? Honestly, I'd much rather children watch shows like that instead of watching the AI slop that we have on YouTube, dude. I don't want to even get into AI. I don't even know if that's something I remotely want to talk about, but like, yeah, wild. It's crazy. Well, after hearing your story on the one Rubble and Crew episode based off of the maze, it's probably best I'll never watch that episode of Rubble and Crew. Don't. I would also say do not watch any of the Big Build episodes because those were incredibly stupid. I'm not getting into those. I am not going to turn this stream into all the dumb things that the show has done. I'm just not gonna do it. I can literally talk like for hours about how dumb this show is. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. It was nuts. But yeah, do not watch any of those episodes. Those are probably some of the worst I've seen. Anyway, so yeah, enough of that. enough talking about Rubble and Crew. I can't believe I actually talked about Rubble and Crew on this stream, but yeah. But that Halloween episode is season 4 premiere of Rubble and Crew. So yeah, I was shocked that it was season 4. Insane. If you are automatically in my club if you don't support AI. The only way I support AI is if it's a useful, helpful like tool to like if it's a tool to use for like I don't even know with that either. Like I'm the biggest thing I don't like about AI is the generative like generating photos and generating video clips and stuff like that. I hate this new Sora 2 app, man. Especially when you have like people generating video of like dead celebrities like Michael Jackson or Mr. Rogers from Rogers Neighborhood. Like I hate, or people having like Stephen Hawking do like skateboarding tricks with his wheelchair. Like that's crazy. There was one person, or there was quite a few people that were generating like video of Robin Williams and sending it to his daughter, right? Like not to taunt her as far as I know, but I guess some people thought that they were doing something good and they're like, hey, we're bringing your father back to life. You can hear him, you do whatever. And she was very, very like disturbed by that. That's disgusting. Like, I don't know why anybody thought like, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. This is good. Like it's insane to me. And it's just awful. So like, I hate it. I do not like Sora 2. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of put me, like, I literally had a sense of existential dread when I was kind of looking through some of these videos, and I'm like, dude, we're completely screwed. Like, we're, like, at this point, especially since anybody's face and video could be put in an AI-generated stuff, like, it's, things are screwed, bro. Especially when he died by offing himself. Exactly. Like, it's, you know, I hate it, man. Was there anything else when it came to, yeah, I don't remember, but yeah. AI just feels awful on how Cartoon handled it. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to, he says, which is worse, AI memes or AI slop kids content? I think both are really bad, but AI slop is definitely bad because unfortunately kids, especially at that young age, like they're just going to watch it and accept it, you know? Like, for example, I found this channel. I think it's down now, maybe. But it was a channel that was pretty much generating, like, all of these Paw Patrol episodes, right? And the AI was so freaking bad. Like, for one, the characters, of course, didn't necessarily look like the actual show. The voices were always changing for some reason. Like, and it was that weird kind of AI slop where it would animate the characters, but all of a sudden, like, oh, they're running, but all of a sudden they're running on 2 legs, and then all of a sudden they have 4 legs but 2 hands now, and it was just weird. And it's like, we definitely should not, like, kids definitely should not be watching that. Like, I hate that that's the kind of stuff that shows up on YouTube, and you know for a fact that parents probably are like, oh, hey, yeah, let's put this on for our children to watch. Oh yeah, they're paying attention to it. Okay, yeah, my job as a parent is done. You know, like, it's just bad. It's really bad. Like, I really just do not like the amount of AI slop, or just slop in general, that's out there. It sucks. AI have reacted and raged out on the same level as you towards Rubble and Crew. Newest episodes over some Paw Patrol, Bluey, and Bubble Guppies slop roasting the hell out of it. I've surprisingly haven't seen any, like, Bluey AI stuff, even though I'm sure that exists. It wouldn't shock me. Have you been interested in, or have you checked out Scooptober on Cartoon Network? I don't think there's really any point of checking out Scooptober on Cartoon Network. They've barely made a big deal out of it at all, and it's just airing Scooby-Doo on Cartoon Network, which is what they usually do, so the schedule isn't really all that different from what they've been doing for a while, so it's honestly not a big deal. Have they even been airing any Scoob, like, movies throughout the month? I don't know. Honestly, I haven't really been paying attention at all. Like, I literally have not been paying attention to Cartoon Network at all. So, I don't really know what's going on over there, and quite frankly, I kind of don't care anymore. That's kind of what's been happening. Oh, that's, yeah. I may want to bring a couple of things up from Comic-Con. I'll mention Comic-Con. I'll talk about Comic-Con a little bit. There's also the fact that the Cinedome, you mean the Sphere, the Las Vegas Sphere, did a re-release of The Wizard of Oz, but with AI remastered backgrounds, which is a huge disgrace to a classic movie. They didn't just do that. Not only did they remaster a lot of the backgrounds with AI, but what they also did was, because here's the thing, right? As you know, like, The Wizard of Oz is kind of like on a very, like, when you watch The Wizard of Oz, we all know how it's formatted, right? Kind of like in a box in some way, like, because obviously at the time television was usually like in a box, not in a rectangular shape as everything is now, not too wide or anything. So there would be a lot of times when, obviously, when, like, the camera would kind of pan to one frame to another, an actor would be out of frame, and they would probably, like, later on would be walking back into frame, right? And so now, because of the AI, because of how huge the Sphere is in Las Vegas, if you've ever seen videos or images of the Sphere in Las Vegas, it's huge. Like, the screen is ginormous. It surrounds you, right? So because of that, there were times, unfortunately, where when an actor, you know, was there, but was currently not in the frame, they had to pretty much do something to where the actor would still seem as though, like, oh, they're in the scene, but it seems like naturally they were still there, like naturally we're just walking in until you actually have the real actor who is walking into the frame, right? So they technically had to do some, as they call it, puppeteering of these actors. And I've seen some footage of it where you can tell the actors originally on camera were not in the frame, but because of the AI, now they're in the scene and you see them. And a lot of times it looks pretty freaking bad. Like, it looks so off. The movements are off. The facial expressions are off. It's just not, you know, I've seen it, and it's like, not everything about the experience I think is bad. I think they do like some cool things. Like the tornado scene I think is pretty cool, even though the tornado in the actual show is completely off, because you see like the direction in which the swirls of the funnel clouds are going, right? Like, it's going one way. You can see how it's curling. Yet when you take a look at the way that the tornado is animated, it's actually uncurling. The way that they're doing the tornado, the curling of the funnel cloud does not match the direction in which the tornado is actually moving, if that makes sense. And so that bothers me. But the tornado scene, the way that they did it was very cool, because the entire area is filled up with like a bunch of fog. They'd have wind effects, and they actually have like some fake leaves kind of flying all over the place to make it feel like you're in the tornado. And then you have like the scene where they're getting like apples kind of thrown on them so they can get some apples from the talking trees. And apples, like fake styrofoam apples, are actually dropping from the ceiling onto the people that are sitting in the seats. And so that's kind of cool. And then you also have like some of the scenes with the flying monkeys, where they actually have like inflatable flying monkeys with flapping wings kind of flying through like the auditorium, as you would say. And that's cool. I like those effects. Like, they make it kind of immersive, and that's cool. I just wish that it wasn't AI. You know, I wish that like the movie that you were seeing wasn't very enhanced with AI backgrounds and stuff. Also, the way that they make the wizard look in this particular like experience, really bad. I do not like how the wizard looks in this. He looks so freaking weird, and it's just, ugh, I don't like it. I don't know if that's AI generated, or if they did like a motion capture face thing in something. I like literally have no idea, but it's just bad. I'm not gonna say that the Wizard of Oz like experience is outright. Me personally, I don't hate it. I'm not exactly a fan of how they used AI in this, you know? Like, I think it would have just been better, personally, if they just obviously not generated, but I think it would have been better if they just, like, created their own backgrounds and, like, just expanded upon, like, the movie backgrounds and stuff to make it seem, you know, like, truly expanded upon, right? And to be incredibly honest with you, some people may agree and may disagree with this. I would have much rathered that if they had to, like, do this whole, like, oh, we got to expand the scene, so when the actors are not in the frame, in this scene, they have to be in the frame because of blah, blah, blah. I would have much rathered that they just had, like, motion capture technology, where you had, like, people kind of pretending that they are these actors and kind of playing with it and having, like, you know, kind of animating, you know, like like, it still would have been, you know, not exactly great, but it would have been better than using AI, at least in my personal opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say there, but yeah. So, but that's just my personal opinion on that. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna be right back. I wanna bring a couple of things to you guys, because again, as I said, I did go to LA Comic-Con, and there's probably only gonna be like a couple of things I actually want to show you. And one of the things was actually like pretty cool. Because yeah, so I'll be right back very quickly, and we'll talk about I'm gonna piss Josh off for no reason. Look out weird here I look out world, here I are. Wish. Oh my god. Freaking Wish, dude. Like, no, that movie is, it's terrible, dude. That movie is terrible. Maybe you've heard, but the Corporation of Public Broadcasting is shutting down January 26th. I don't think I heard of that. No, I don't think I heard of that. So, no, I didn't know. Let's not talk about that movie. Yeah, let's not talk about that movie. Let's not. But yeah, I'll be right back very quickly. I'm gonna get a couple of things from downstairs from that. A couple of things that I got from Comic-Con to show off to you. So yeah, be right back. All right, I'm back. There we go. All right, so yeah, so 2 weeks ago, I went over to LA Comic-Con both on all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it was a ton of fun. That entire week, though, was hell because my car was having, like, it was having a myriad of issues. Well, it wasn't having, like, too many issues, but there was some issues with the battery, and because I had it jump started, and then it died on me again the next day, and I literally had no idea what the heck it was. why, you know, I had like no idea what was going on with that. And so I just ended up calling my car dealership. They sent me a tow truck to basically take away my car and, you know, do a whole like diagnostic on the car to see what was the trouble and to okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to put you in timeout, Randall. Sorry, there's this whole Elsa gate thing that you keep mentioning. Like, please stop. And if you continue doing that, I will just completely, like, I'll either time you out for the rest of the day, because you're kind of bringing up a little bit too much. It's a little weird. So, no hard feelings, but just no spam in the channel, please. No. So, yeah, hope your car was fixed. It was. Yeah, so but my car was fixed literally that Friday of LA Comic-Con opening. I didn't think I was gonna go to LA Comic-Con on Friday. I was only really planning on only going Saturday and Sunday. And actually, since I have my phone with me, I can... Oh, yeah. I think I can... Okay. You know what? Maybe that can work. So... I wish I could show... I wish I could share it in a much better way, though, but can't do that. If I was able to just... Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I had my car get towed to the car dealership on Tuesday of that week. And so again, I had to do like some diagnostic, and they had to fix, for one, they had to fix one of the recall issues that my car, or one of the recalls that my car had, so they fixed that for free. And they also, you know, basically fixed what was causing, I guess, the battery to continue like not being charged, because there was an issue with it. I didn't fully know what it was, but they were able to fix it, and thankfully it didn't cost me a crap ton of money for that. So that was good. And the plus side is I didn't have to get an Uber I didn't have to pay for an Uber or have to worry about somebody picking me up from home and driving me over to the car dealership. Since I was like less than 10 miles away from them, they actually ordered an Uber for me so I could pick up the car and do all that sort of stuff. So I have a great freaking dealership. It's awesome. So yeah, so it's great. They work very well, great customer service, all that stuff. So yeah. But yeah, so I didn't really even plan on going to Comic-Con that day, but because I got out of the house and headed on over to pick up my car, I was like, well, I can just drive on over down to downtown LA to the LA Convention Center and visit Comic-Con, get my badge, and you know, just go from there, which was a good call because Saturday was way busier, because Saturday was the first day like any particular panels were happening as well, so way more people were there on Saturday, and the line to get into Comic-Con on Saturday was nuts. It was long. It took me like maybe, I'd say 15 to 20 minutes to get in, which was still crazy, but dude, it was long getting into Comic-Con. And even parking was kind of crazy. I had to park at LA Live, which cost me about $40. I wish I took the initiative to take the train instead, because like I already spent a crap ton of money. I had to spend a lot of money to get the car towed. I had to spend obviously money to get the car fixed, of course, which again wasn't too much, but when things add up, then it was kind of like, yeah, that's a lot. Parking was not exactly cheap either, which again, wish I just took the train. That was the plan that I was gonna do, but I wish I did that, because that would have saved me $70. Yeah, parking alone would have saved me $70 if I didn't do that. Or actually, no, it would have saved me $40, because one of the days that the Friday, I was just gonna drive down there anyway, because I was already like, yeah, I didn't see figs, not my thing. Let's not talk about figs, please. I refuse to talk about that movie or even acknowledge its existence. So no. Alex kept trying to taunt me with that movie, and it's like, no, goodbye, no, go away. But anyway, continuing. But yeah, so I went to Comic-Con on Friday and got my badge, and it was cool to be able to kind of dip my toes in the water a little bit, because, you know, I already got my badge, so I didn't have to go in that long line to get it the next day. But also I was just able to kind of get like a good sense of where everything was. Went to the artist alley to check out some people and see their art and stuff. I got like quite a few stickers. Got some posters. I actually, over that weekend, I got some stuff for Alex for his birthday coming up, and I sent it to him like 2 days ago, so he should be getting it on Tuesday, a day after his birthday, but it's fine. It's all good. So, but yeah, Comic-Con was great. I had a crap ton of fun. One of the biggest reasons why I wanted to go to Comic-Con was a couple of things. One, on Saturday, they had a Universal Studios panel talking about fan fests, talking about Halloween Horror Nights, and talking about the new Fast and Furious roller coaster. And so I wanted to check that out. Got great seats for that panel. It was freaking awesome. And then, of course, the voice acting panels, I always want to check those out, because I actually really do want to, like, work at becoming a voice actor. You know, so I want to, like, start taking classes and hopefully start doing some cool projects. So I would love to do that. But also, also on Sunday, and this was kind of the reason why I ended up getting the weekend pass, because having two things that you want to do on different dates, you know, I couldn't really just choose one. I wanted to do, but I wish I did that the first year I went to Comic-Con. The thing was, the first year that I went to Comic-Con, which was 2023. Yeah, I couldn't go last year because I was in San Diego. That's right. But yeah, when I went to Comic-Con in 2023, I literally didn't even know about Comic-Con until like a day before, and that was because Yo Gabba Gabba, not even joking. I mean, you guys have already seen the picture of me with Broby, so I took a picture with him, which was awesome. But yeah, Yo Gabba Gabba made a post saying, "Hey guys, we're going to be at Comic-Con tomorrow at this time, and blah blah blah. Also, DJ Lance is going to be there." And I was like, "Excuse me, what? They're going to be at LA Comic-Con? What's LA Comic-Con? Oh, they have an LA Comic-Con?" So I looked up LA Comic-Con, saw all the things that they were doing, saw all the voiceover panels that they were doing too, and I was like, man, I gotta go to that. But also on Sunday, which I really wish I could have done it for that year, but thankfully I did it this year. But Sunday, Tom Kenny and Roger Bombas was there on a panel, and it's like, what? Like, you know, I really wish that I could have gotten Sunday that year as well, because I really wanted to see that. But at the time, I needed to make a decision as to what day I was going to go, and I chose Saturday, which was fine, you know. And also, I didn't want to spend the money at that time. Yeah, like, I could have spent the money on both tickets, but I was like, nah, I just can't do that this time. So yeah, it sucked that I couldn't go to it sucked that I couldn't see him, but it was all good. But that's why this year I ended up getting myself a weekend pass, so I could, you know, do both okay, yeah, so I could do both Saturday and Sunday, so if there's any panels that I want to make, I don't miss it, right? Oh, and speaking of Roger Bombas, I actually met him, how long ago was that? Oh, that was several years ago. It was in 2018. Jeez. Yeah, so in 2018, I went to the Anime Expo all 4 days with my friends, And they don't really go anymore, or he doesn't go particularly anymore, because he's not that into anime anymore. And I don't know if he really has the time to even do Anime Expo, but yeah. But damn, do I even still have the card for that? I think so. I think it's somewhere in my room. But he was doing, you know, obviously like pictures and autographs and stuff. And so I actually got the chance to meet him, got an autograph, and I got a photo with him. I think I posted that once on my channel, again, many years ago, but I don't remember. Maybe in a video. But yeah, so I met him before, which was awesome. I wish I could have, do you think he recognized you when you saw him again? No, well, no, I didn't see him again. That's the thing. I could have seen Roger Bumpass and Tom Kenny on that Sunday of 2023 when I went to Anime Expo, when I went to Comic-Con, but I only went on Saturday, so I did not get the chance to go on Sunday to see the panel. So yeah, I didn't get to see them again. Would he have recognized me? Most likely not, because again, this was several years ago and he meets so many people at these panels. I doubt he remembers everybody that he meets. I know if I was at a panel, or not a panel, but like at a meet and greet, like an autograph meet and greet that they do at these conventions, I probably wouldn't remember everybody. You know what I mean? Oh, you went to Anime Expo? That's surprising. Yeah, I went to Anime Expo for the first time in middle school, because that was when I was starting to get into Pokemon again, and I started getting into anime at that time, so I wanted to, and I saw, like, videos about Anime Expo, and it was like, oh, here's a lot of Pokemon stuff, and yada, yada, yada. I was really into Pokemon when I was in middle school, and so I really wanted to kind of see a lot of that stuff at Anime Expo. And speaking of that, I remember... I have this Ash Ketchum hat, you know, like the original one with like that green mark, the red and white one with the green mark on it. I bought that, actually, no, my mom bought it for me, because she went with me as well for like a little bit. And, excuse me. And, I bought that hat essentially, and like, I was so freaking happy. I would wear it almost all the time. It was a great, like, I would see like some versions of said hat that would kind of just look off, and it's like, no, it doesn't look exactly like how it does in the anime. No, the mark is kind of off. You know what I mean? That was kind of how I was at the time. And so when I found that particular one, I was like, no, that one's perfect. I gotta have it. So I had it for a while. I would wear it outside. I even wore it at Disneyland a couple of times when I went back in the day. And some people would be like, yo, that's a cool hat. Like they knew obviously who this is from, or what hat the show was from, or what show the hat was from, and stuff like that. And you know, it was awesome. Until my dog ended up getting a hold of that hat and chewing it up. Yeah, that happened. And I'm sure, as you can imagine, I was not happy about that. Nah, was not happy about that. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was kind of devastated. Like, when I saw the hat chewed up on the back, I was mad. That just sucked. I hated that. I couldn't get too mad at my dog, obviously. You know, they're dogs. They're gonna chew your stuff. Even when they get to an age where you think they're over chewing things, that's just how it is. If anything is remotely sweaty, they will chew it. They like salty things. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. But yeah, that's what it is. But you know, but still, I remember that. Like I literally would wear that a lot. I was so into Pokemon when I was in middle school. But yeah, so that's why I went to Anime Expo at the time. And I remember one time I went to Anime Expo, it was because of a meetup with furries and stuff like that. And at the time when I was getting into that fandom, I wanted to meet up with some of them, you know what I mean? Be like, hey, let me be a part of that. And that didn't go over so well, because the line to get the badge on the day of was very freaking long. I was in line for what felt like 3 hours. It might have been 3 hours, but it was a long line. Like, good Lord, it was awful. And by the time I got into it, the meetup was already done. So, of course, I still, you know, walked around Anime Expo and, you know, like, walked around and did some stuff, looked at certain things, and yada, yada, yada. And then I think a few years later, or a couple years later, I ended up going with my friend Javon. I think that was his first time going, or it might have been his second time. I don't know, but we talked about, like, hey, let's go to Anime Expo, and we went for one day, had a lot of fun, and then the next year, we went to Anime Expo for the entire weekend, well, basically, they do Anime Expo for, like, 4 days, so that's what we ended up doing, and, it was a lot of fun. It was kind of exhausting, and, again, expensive, but it was fun, and, again, I was able to do, the meetup with Roger Bumpass and got a picture with him and got a postcard with him with his signature, and it was cool. It was very cool. And that was the last time I went to Anime Expo. I may want to do Anime Expo at least one day next year, because I'm gonna be honest, I do miss it. Not that I'm necessarily in to anime. I haven't really found an anime that I think I would really be interested in watching, but yeah, like, either way, I think I would still go. The thing is, what I really love about these conventions is more so the cosplayers. I love seeing cosplays at these conventions. Just the amount of effort that a lot of these people put into their cosplay is freaking amazing. I saw somebody that had like a full-on giant Transformers costume. I don't know if he actually had like the ability to like legitimately transform into a car, because, you know, like, there's some people who make those costumes where they can kind of like fold in on themselves in the way that they kind of position themselves, like they would, like, their costume would actually turn into a shape of an actual car. I doubt that that one had that ability, but the costume itself was freaking cool. In fact, I don't think I took a picture of it, but let me see if I can actually find, let me see if I can find, yeah, I don't know if I took it. No, I probably didn't, because I went to, yeah, I don't think I took a picture of that one in particular. Damn it, I didn't. Yeah, but it was very, very freaking cool. I'm trying to see, was there any other cosplay that I saw that I'd like to, I don't know, but either way, but either way, oh yeah, I did get, is that even wide enough? Let me see if I could get, yeah, let's see, hold on, just so I can see if it's gonna show up on, let's see, nope, it is not focusing. Amazing. Is it focusing on my face? Is that why? There we go. Yeah, so I was able to catch that, you know, the freaking Spider-Man meme. Of course, where all the 3 Spider-Man are kind of looking at each other and they're pointing like, what? I was able to catch that. That was freaking cool. In front of the Fast and Furious Universal Studios booth, which was pretty cool. Which was pretty funny as well. Let me see. There was a... yeah, there was like a Freddy Frostbear. Oh, well, actually, I don't even know what character this is. I like literally know little to nothing about Friday Nights at Freddy's, FNAF. I know like little to nothing, but let me see. Let's see if you get like, there it is. Like, that was literally the costume that somebody created. It was very cool. Let me see if I can... did I take a picture or was it just a video? It was just a video. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, pretty cool, right? There's somebody that dressed up as Eric Cartman. And I saw him like literally every day of the convention. On the convention floor. That was crazy. Let's see. I don't think I really took a lot of pictures of cosplayers this year. Oh yeah, there was some people who dressed up as let me see if you can see it. Oh, come on. There we go. Dressed up as BMO. Dressed up as Jake and Princess Bubblegum as BMO. That was pretty cool. Let's see. Was there anything else? Did I take any other? No, I don't think I did. I could have sworn I did. Because usually, well, not usually, but last time I went to, oh, this one, you can see Deadpool in the back a little bit, but this one was crazy. This guy dressed up as Klauser? I don't know how you say his name, from Zootopia. And literally, as you can see, like, he literally, like, dyed his hair and his beard leopard colors and stuff. Like, when I saw that, I was like, okay, I gotta get a photo of you, dude. Like, that is a pretty kick-ass, cosplay, in my personal opinion. Like, when people do stuff like that, it's crazy. I literally would not remotely be able to have, I would not remotely be able to respect my authority at Comic-Con. Literally, yeah. But yeah, I would not remotely be able to have the creativity to do half the things that some of these people do. There would just be no way. I couldn't. But yeah, but it's so, and these were not like the coolest. I think the Klauser, I don't know how you say his name. I haven't seen Zootopia in a long time. I don't necessarily, like, I can't explain, I don't remember how his name was, but the talent of these cosplayers are insane. Literally, they are. Benjamin Klaushauer again. Hauser? I don't know how you say his name. I'm trying, but I literally don't know. Let me see if I can, oh yeah, I did get to see Tubby Nugget. I don't know if that's focusing, but I got to see him. That freaking made my day, not gonna lie, because Tubby Nugget is always there at Comic-Con, and last year that was when the mascot came out, and I was like, are you serious? I'm in San Diego, you can meet Tubby Nugget, and I'm not there. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, you know, which, speaking of, actually, should I get there? I'm still trying to see if there were any other cosplays that I got that I'd like to show off. I don't think so. That's not a cosplay, that's a statue. That Tubby Nugget guy. Yeah, Tubby Nugget is just too wholesome. You know what? Why not? That'll be the first thing I display. Why not? Let me, let's see. So I got like 3 things because they gave me like, I only brought up 2 of these. So basically one of the things that I got, in fact, I should probably take it out of the package that it's still in. But what I ended up getting was a, oh, there you go. There's the focus. I got a Tubby Nugget pin. I think the pins were like $5 each, or was it $10 each? Might have been $10 each. And I got 2 of them because when I got like 2 items of theirs, and here's another one right here. Come on, focus. Can you focus? Hello? Camera. Camera. Can you focus, please? Okay, you kind of get the idea. Let's try this again. It's just not focusing now. There it is. There it is. That's the second pin that I ended up getting. Very cute. Freaking love Tubby Nugget. And I got a sticker, which I didn't bring upstairs, and I also did not bring up the keychain that I got. Because of the fact that I got like 2 of their items, I was able to get a free keychain as well. So that was a great present for me. Literally the last day of LA Comic-Con, because I was actually doing a lot of shopping for Alex, because I said, you know, he doesn't get to go to conventions like this because he lives in New York, but not New York City. And in his town, like, he doesn't really have any conventions that are that close to him. So he's not really able to attend any of these. And he's kind of way more into the geek culture of things more than I am, I think. So, So I decided that I was going to free keychain. Yes, got a free keychain. It was awesome. But yeah, I was able to get him a couple of things. I think I can also show them off. I already sent, again, as I said, I already sent it to him. So let's see. Yeah. So Alex is a big fan right now of, is his name Cinnarol or Cinnamoroll from Sanrio? Cinnarol? I don't know. I don't know much of these characters. But basically he's like a pretty big fan of Sanrio characters right now. And that's mainly because he's been playing the Hello Kitty Island Adventure game, which apparently is like way more than what I expected it was going to be, which was crazy. But yeah, he's been playing that a lot. I don't know if is he still playing that right now? If you're in the chat, Alex, let me know if you're still playing that game as of right now. I don't know. But yeah, like basically when I saw some of like, because there was a lot of Sanrio stuff at LA Comic Con as well. Like, there's people, first of all, there's Artist Alley, right? And so that's basically where there's so many artists that create their own art, whether it is stickers or drawings of their stickers of their with their drawings on them, or posters and stuff like that. And sometimes it could be other things, like it could be like their own kind of like arts and crafts that they create and stuff. And so I would walk up and down the aisles and like look at some of the stuff that some of these people created, and some of the things I would want to buy. A lot of things I would tend to get are stickers, because you know stickers are cheap, and you know you can keep them around and put them on certain things and what have you, and it's still supporting the artist as well, and it's cool. So one of the things that I ended up getting was a postcard for Alex. And actually, let me bring up the OBS again just so I can see if it's focusing. But one of the things I got, no, it is not focusing. Okay, there you go. I got that dog in me. Hold on, can I turn that down a little bit? There we go. Let's see if, whoop, is it any better? You're not focusing. Why? The camera it's not focusing when it's live streaming. That is frustrating. Okay. Alright, so, nope, I did not want you to zoom out. There we go. Let's put you back up a little bit. But, I'm gonna try it again, but basically, you kind of get, yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get. But that's the postcard that I got for him, with Cinnamoroll, that has I got that dog in me. And there was another poster with Cinnamoroll as well that I also got for him. Okay, focus, there you go. I got him this poster. I think I got that one like because I was like with that postcard earlier, I basically said, would you like this postcard, or is there something else that you would like from this? And he said, no, I like the postcard. When I saw the poster from another artist, I instantly said, yeah, he's getting that. And then I actually got him a calendar with a bunch of like Sanrio characters on it. Yeah, I can put full screen on this one. Let's see. It is not focusing. There we go. So I got him this. And what was funny about that, like I instantly saw it, looked through it, and said, yeah, I gotta get him that. And what was funny is when I told him, like, I got you a calendar, he said, dude, I literally was looking at a Sanrio calendar to get for next year on Amazon. And when I showed him this one, when I showed him like the pictures, like that exact photo that I just showed you guys, when I showed that to him, he was like, dude, you actually got a much better calendar than what I was about to buy. And I was like, yes. I was like, yes. Okay, like I did better than what you were able to find, and that was freaking awesome. So yeah, and I think that was all. Okay, this is what I got myself, so I brought up. So yeah, but Okay, that looks pretty sick, not gonna lie. Yeah, like that was, it was, no. But yeah, that was pretty much, what I got. Well, I actually, I got him a couple of stickers as well. I don't think I took a picture of all the stickers I got him. I mean, they're stickers. It was some sticker. It was mainly like, what he wanted was stickers with Mew on them. And, yeah, I could. Pretty much the stickers I got him because I wanted to buy some stuff for myself on that Sunday, the very last day. So I got him these stickers. A couple. Focus. Hello, camera. Please focus. Yeah, I don't. There you go. So when it's streaming, I guess it just, like, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to focus. But these were, because if I'm, like, filming a video, the camera, like, pulls focus almost instantly when I'm putting something in front of it. But for whatever reason, it's like, nope, I don't want to focus. It's weird. But yeah, those were kind of the stickers. Not all those stickers, but some of the stickers I ended up getting for them. And, yeah, I got me a couple of stickers. Well, most of the stickers that I got were from, like... Is this all from the same person? I think it is, yeah. Yeah. So I got me... I got me, like, a bunch of freaking Pokemon stickers. Like... Let me see. It's kind of too much to hold, but... Here's 3 of them, at least. Let me see if I can... I just dropped you. Okay. So, like, these are the stickers I got for myself. There we go. Piplup, Bulbasaur, and Pikachu. And I don't know all of the names of Pokemon. I should, but I don't. But either way, I love Pokemon. Here's some more that I got. Oop, there we go. Yeah, I got him right here. Oshawott. I needed to get Oshawott because I freaking love Oshawott. And Pikachu and an Eevee, like, costume. Freaking cute. I had no idea who this character is. But I kind of had to get her. Again, focus. Camera. Can you focus? Hello. There you go. I got this character from Animal Crossing. She was cute. And so I said, screw it. I don't know who that is, but I want to get her. And then I got this one for me, too. Again, it's kind of from the same artist. Now, the person who sells these, like, they basically sell art. Like, they sell stickers in collaboration with some artists. So, these are not exactly the, these are not exactly, ah, damn it, what am I trying to say? It's not exactly the sticker's own drawings and whatnot. Sticker drawer's own drawings. They're from different artists that they collab with to be able to sell, like, some of these stickers, which is very cool. And let's take this one out of the... Who's messaging me right now? Is it Alex or is it... Oh, no, somebody else. Yeah, so I got myself technically... Well, this isn't a poster. This one's a small print, but I got me Chikorita. Look at that. Like, the minute I saw this, second I saw this, I was like, I gotta get it. Had to. I love Chikorita, and that drawing is freaking adorable. And also, at these conventions, I like, if I can, I like to, those are cute. Yes, they are. Freaking love it. But yeah, like, I like to, support artists as much as I can. I ended up getting, like, 2 graphic novels, or graphic comic novels. Yeah. I got, like, 2 comics, essentially, from 2 different artists. One that I happened to find, and we, you know, were able to talk for a bit, and it was very cool. And one that I actually, one of my, well, 2 people that I work with on my show, Maggie's Market, the director and the songwriter, actually, they both know each other They both know this guy very well, and the songwriter, we contact each other plenty of times because he's also a Disney guy, so he tends to go to Disney quite a bit, and I go to Disney, so you know that's the stuff we also relate to as well. He knew that I went to LA Comic Con. It was like, hey, my friend who actually is a pretty good he creates art and some books and yada yada yada. He's right over there. You should go and meet him. And I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and check him out. So that's what I did. And I actually ended up buying one of his books. And so I'm going to read that at some point. Excuse me, which is pretty cool. That's good, Josh. You should support all the good artists. Absolutely. And obviously, there's so much at Comic-Con. There's so many things that I wanted to get. But I can't because I was on a budget that I already blew because of the fact that I had to do some stuff with the car. So that costs a lot of money, plus other bills that I had to pay that resulted in pretty much, me having to spend a lot more money. I don't even want to tell you how much money I spent on that week alone. Ugh, don't want to, not on Comic-Con. If it wasn't for the car stuff, it wouldn't have been that much. But because that happened, it added up a lot. So it was a lot of money. But what I ended up doing was I got like a lot of business cards from a lot of these artists that I ended up like checking out and was kind of interested in like seeing some more from them. Did I take a photo or was I able to? Because there's this one guy, and I don't think I showed Alex this, but this guy essentially had a let me see. One of the things that he would do is he has like a bunch of pops, right? Like the pop figures and stuff like that. And what he essentially would do, again, I'm gonna try to find it to see if I can show you guys. What he essentially would do is he would take photos with his pops, but kind of in a cinematic way. So yeah, I'm not sure if I took any photos of that, but they were very cool. But yeah, but basically I was, if there was an artist that had some stuff that I was interested in seeing or interested in like possibly buying or whatever, and I wanted to like follow them, I would either scan their code, QR code, so I can continue like being in touch, or maybe not in touch with the artist, but at least like, like staying kind of connected so I can like follow them and, still see some of their art. Oh yeah, let me show you guys this. But yeah, but this one's kind of a did I get a better photo of this? No, I did not. Darn it. But let's see. You are not in focus. Okay. Hello there, camera that I spent almost $1,000 on. Can you please focus? Thank you. So as you can see, let me see if I can like zoom in a little bit so you can get like a better view of what this is. So yeah, they basically, I don't think these were real like Game Boy colored like skins. I think these were like probably custom made, but as you can see, like they pretty much put like some Pokemon figurines in there that they probably create and kind of create like a pretty much a cool display. Again, focus. Hello. Thank you very much. Thank you, camera. But yeah, it focus, but that's the kind of stuff that they would create. I've seen that before at Comic-Con the first time I went, and it's so cool. I wish I could get me one of those, but they're like very expensive, which honestly I can't blame the artist for charging so much for that, because it's a lot. You can tell it's a lot of work to create some of these things, and like it's very cool. Yeah, so that's what I was doing during like parts of Comic-Con. I would just kind of like walk up and down some of the artist alley aisles, and same with like the main floor as well, but mainly with the artist alley. was kind of just like walking up and down and trying to see as much art as I can, possibly buy some things, follow some of these artists as well. And yeah, because again, I like supporting artists, you know. Now there was one particular piece. I gotta bring this one up again because I keep forgetting like what his name was. But this again, bring up OBS one more time. Oh yeah, let me definitely turn that down. That's too bright. Okay, let's see. Is this better? There we go. So yeah, I ended up getting a card of as you can see, there we go, Finn and Princess Bubblegum. And as you can see, there's a Lumpy Space Princess here. Now this, you can probably notice that there's a signature down here, or kind of a yeah, a signature. So this was actually, let's turn that back up. Whoop. Oh, now you definitely can't see me. This was actually signed by one of the animators that worked on Adventure Time for the first, I think, 5 seasons, I believe. And he worked on, I think he worked on some of the other series that Adventure Time has come out with. I don't think he worked on Fiona. He probably worked on Distant Lands, I think. And so it was really cool. What was his name? Was Derek Hunter. In fact, if I could show that to you. Whoops. Again, focus. Camera. Hello. Okay. Focus on. Do I have to hide my face all the time? Okay, yeah, because it's focusing on my eyes. I think that's why it's doing that. But yeah, Derek Hunter. There we go. Derek Hunter. So he was one of the animators on the original Adventure Time show. And what he actually confirmed to me, which was pretty awesome, was that they are currently working on I think I talked about this on, yeah, I definitely talked about this on my channel. Adventure Time side quests. Did I talk about that? I think I did. Yeah, I think so. So Adventure Time side quests. That's what he is currently working on. Him and some other animators that worked on the previous show, they're all back working on this particular show. And what he confirmed with me is that the show will be coming out sometime in 2026. We don't necessarily know when. It could be in the middle of 2026 or later in 2026. All we know, because they didn't make like a formal announcement on like the full dates, but just more so that in 2026 the show will be coming out. Or at the very least, that's what they're working towards, to have the show come out in 2026. And so that was pretty awesome. Very, very excited for that. It was awesome being able to work with him, because I mean, no, what am I talking about? Work with him. It was awesome being able to meet the guy, because it seemed like he really loved his work, and he was pretty excited to he was excited working on side quests. You know, like he was saying that him and some of the other animators that were working on it were like very you know, they were very happy to come back. It was kind of like they were in the playground again, playing with each other, working on the show. So it's awesome to see that they're great, that they're back to work and you know, doing some of this stuff again. And it seems like from what I've heard, it's going to be a very fun show. So very, very excited for that. But it was really awesome to be able to meet this guy. But yeah, so yeah, that was, oh, actually, I'm not done yet with showing you guys some stuff. There's one more thing I'd like to show you. I guess I could show this, though. Side quest probably won't show or explain Jake's death. I think that takes place way before any of that. Like, side quests, as far as, from what I can remember from side quests, it's actually going back to when Jake was, I mean, not when Jake, but when Finn, it kind of goes back to like the younger days of Finn and Jake. You know what I mean? Like not younger than how like you know when the show started, like the first few seasons and stuff. Like it's gonna be like, I guess around that time, or at least the first 2 seasons. It's gonna be kind of back to that essentially. It's not, we're not seeing so Adventure Time side quest, from what I can remember, it's not like a continuation of any of this. It's not like, oh, we're seeing Jake, or oh, not Jake, I keep saying Jake. We're not seeing Finn as an adult, kind of like how you see him in the Fiona series. He is, it's basically back to Finn and Jake when Finn was a kid, when he was a boy. So a prequel, I guess you could technically call it a prequel, but I don't think it's going to, I don't think it's before like the start of the Adventure Time series. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't know. It could technically be a prequel or something. So it's not, yeah, but, Captain Abel, thank you so much for joining the stream. Hope you have a good rest of your Saturday. But yeah, but it's, I think from what I can remember, side quests is not, as far as I know, it's not a prequel. It's kind of, I think it's supposed to be akin to, again, like the first season or second season kind of episodes and stuff like that. So that's kind of what side quest is going back to, if I'm mistaken on that. I don't know. Like that was the takeaway that I had when I read up on side quests, but I like a while ago, but it could be something else. I'm not sure, but I think it's something like that. But yeah, that was very, very cool to be able to meet the guy and talk a little bit about Adventure Time, and it was really, really cool. But now, here was the main reason as to why I ended up getting a weekend pass for, Comic-Con. Hold on. So yeah, the biggest reason as to why I ended up getting one was because on Sunday they actually ended up having a Phineas and Ferb panel. So we got to see, which also was kind of interesting. I got to see and one of the animators for Adventure Time, because the voice actress who plays Marceline and Vanessa in Phineas and Ferb, she was there on the panel. Vincent, who plays Phineas, he was on the panel. The current guy who plays Ferb, I can't remember his name. Was it Daniel or something? I don't remember his name. He was on the panel. And, damn, I don't remember her name either, but she plays Isabella. She was also on the panel too. So that was really, really, really cool to be able to watch that. They were talking about, like, you know, pretty much what the show meant to them, and, you know, how they got into voice acting, or how they ended up essentially getting the role of these characters, and how, you know, how they, of course they were, you know, very surprised at how big of a show it is, and how so many people still love Phineas and Ferb, and how so many people, you know, supported the show over the years, and all of that sort of stuff. So that was very cool. Now, what was also really cool, which was kind of something that I figured was going to happen. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to move the microphone up for this one so you guys can hear it. But one of the things that I figured was going to happen was the creator, Dan Povenmire, was going to be there. He was not listed as being part of the panel, right? Like, he was not there. Like, we knew who was going to be at the panel. He was not one of those people that was listed. But it was, like, very freaking cool. Let me see if I can do this. Whoops, wait. On the show, and I guess it would just be... Here we go. Alright, is it focusing? No, it's focusing on me. Okay, now here we go. Oh.
I'm sorry, who are you? Who are you? I mean, you know, just...
I'm Dan Povenmire. And I am occasionally Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah. That was, I hope you guys were able to hear that. I can't really tell. Let me know if you guys heard any of that in the chat. But yeah, but that was freaking cool. Like, I kind of expected him to be there, but at the same time, I wasn't really sure. You know, I wasn't really sure if, like, he actually was. Whoops. I wasn't sure if he actually was going to be at the panel, right? Because again, they didn't advertise it as him being a part of that. But I wasn't sure, like, if he was going to be there at all or not. But, and yes, I did hear all that. Okay, great. Just wanted to make sure. But yeah, but that was really freaking cool. Cause all of a sudden he came out, you know, doing his Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz voice, and literally everybody in that room that was watching the panel went crazy. So it was seriously freaking awesome to be able to catch that, and be able to see these people talking about the show, and also see him talking about, you know, the show, how he came up with it, or like why he kind of writes, you know, things the way that he does. And it was seriously freaking awesome. So yeah, like that was like the whole reason as to why I got a weekend pass to Comic-Con, because again, there were things that I wanted to do on Saturday, but then I could not miss. I just could not miss that panel on Sunday, because I really wanted to see the cast members of Phineas and Ferb, and that was one of the coolest moments I've freaking had. It was awesome. Also, something that was very unexpected when it came to Sunday. Let me know in the chat, does anybody remember a YouTuber from many years ago by the name of Kev Jumba? Does anybody remember him? Let me know in the chat if anybody remembers him. And if not, then there you go. Let me see. Dan sounds like such a cool guy to be around. I also, speaking of, I think I mentioned this before, but I actually did meet Dan Povenmire. It was funny because I was it was also in 2023. Yeah. I remember in 2023. Nope, I don't know who that is. Okay, so he was an old YouTuber that I used to watch when I was younger. I think I was in middle school. And he actually was on Cartoon Network for a little bit. He became the host of The Flicks on Cartoon Network, which was pretty cool. But yeah, he was a pretty big YouTuber at the time, and then he quit YouTube and, you know, decided to become a monk and stuff. He's still a monk now, and he, you know, does a couple of things like that. But he was there apparently, and I was able to meet him, and that was pretty freaking cool. Really cool. I didn't get any photos with him though. But yeah, either way, it was cool to be able to meet the guy. But yeah, so yeah, but I went to see the musical Beetlejuice at the Pantages Theater in Hollywood, right? And I literally got in line to go to the bathroom. I think I told this story before, but I got in line to go to the bathroom at intermission, right? And I actually legitimately was behind Dan Povenmire. The thing is, I didn't know that. Like, I literally did not know that was him until I saw some people coming up to him in line, be like, "Oh my god, I'm a really big fan of your work," and whatever. And I think some of them mentioned Phineas and Ferb, and I was like, "There's no way. There's no freaking way that's actually him, right?" And so I had to. So, like, I looked up Dan Povenmire, and I looked at the guy again. I was like, there's no freaking way that's Dan Povenmire. I'm behind him in line to get to the bathroom. It's like, what? So, obviously, I did not bother him. I didn't bother him at that point, because I think it would have been weird. But, obviously, I went to the bathroom, washed my hands, yada, yada, yada. Then I saw him in the lobby, and I that's when I approached him and said, hey, are you actually Dan Povenmire? And he said yes. And I was like, oh, it's nice to meet you. Can I get a quick photo with you? And all that stuff. I didn't want to be a bother to him, and you know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to like meet him for a quick second. And we got a photo. And that was really cool. The phone at the time that I was using, I still had like the Samsung, I think it was the 10, Samsung 10. It was kind of old at that point, in a way. But, well, it wasn't old, but you know what I mean. Like, it was the Samsung like 23 or 22 came out already at that point. So when I took a photo with him, it was a selfie. Like, you can still tell it's me, but it's kind of blurry, and so it wasn't really a great photo. So it was what it was, but I still got to meet him, and it was really cool. You got to admit it was a treat for you to meet him in person. Oh, absolutely, in an unexpected way. Like, I literally did not expect him, out of all people, to be at Beetlejuice on a random Wednesday. Was it a Wednesday? I think it was a Wednesday or Thursday. I did not expect him to be there at all. It was crazy, but it was freaking awesome. And again, I was in line to get to the bathroom, and I was behind him. That is also weird, but again, I waited until I saw him in the lobby of the theater to say hi and meet him, you know, because yeah, obviously I wasn't going to try to talk with him while we're in line to go to the bathroom. No, that just would have been awkward. You know what I mean? Who was at Beetlejuice? Dan Povenmire, the creator of Phineas and Ferb. That was who was at Beetlejuice, and so I met him that way. But yeah, it was really cool. Would you want the chance to meet Butch Hartman if you had the chance? Nah, I wouldn't care about. I mean, like, yeah, Butch Hartman did some cool stuff with Fairly Odd Parents when the show was good. But with a lot of stuff that he's doing now, I wouldn't be interested. Be like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, I think it would have been cool, but if he didn't do some of the stuff that he's currently doing now, you know, which is not horrible, but like, he's kind of tarnishing his reputation, which he's kind of been doing for a while anyway, but you know. Sonic said, wait, you mean he was Kevin from Cartoon Network Flicks? I think I remember watching him during those bumpers back in the day. Yeah, that was him. It was very cool to meet Kev Jumba. And it was interesting when he became the host of the Flicks on Cartoon Network. I didn't expect that at all, but I was like, oh, that's him that's Kev Jumba from, you know, YouTube, and he's on Cartoon Network. Like, it was pretty cool. But yeah, it was very cool to meet the guy. It was kind of unexpected. Like, I didn't expect to see him at any sort of booth or whatever. But yeah, he was with another person, and they were trying to sell like some books about like wellness and certain whatever. But yeah, still, it was pretty cool to be able to meet him there. I think the Cartoon Network Flicks was during the nudes. Well, it started during the nudes era, but it still came into, it still was during the Check It era as well. When the Check It era stopped, that's when they stopped the Flicks. So, yeah. Oh, I had to stretch a little bit. With the whole Oaxis and cure autism stuff doesn't really make him look any better. Yeah. I forgot about the Oaxis stuff. But yeah, that was my experience with at LA Comic Con. It was funny because I wanted to do like, I wanted to kind of like record some B-roll at Comic-Con, but I just didn't really do much. I'm honestly like, I'm trying to get back into the rhythm of doing content creation. But I did record some like B-roll, but honestly now, like, looking at some of the stuff that I recorded, I don't think it would remotely make any sort of sense if I were to cut it up in like a montage video. Because I didn't get too much. So the footage is kind of just pointless at this point. So yeah, but either way, hey Liam, what's up? Yeah, it's certainly been a while. I haven't streamed for a while. I'm probably going to, how long have we been? Oh, it's almost been 2 hours. So yeah, it would be around that time that I'm close to ending the stream. I may be ending it soon. I don't know. We'll see. Let me check on something very quick though. Oh, he is about to play right now. Okay, I'll miss a little bit of that, but that's fine. But yeah, what were we talking? Yeah, I think we were talking about, yeah, but it's, so what are your thoughts on K-pop Demon Hunters? Oh yeah, with me and my videos and stuff, like, yeah, the filming that I was doing at Comic-Con, which was barely any, like, that's just not, it's not something that's gonna be seen by anybody. I don't think. I could try to cut it up into a cool montage, but I didn't record enough, you know? So I don't think that's gonna happen. So it is what it is. But yeah, like I wanted to try to get back into content creation, or at least with like vlogging, I wanted to try to go back into that, and I'm not sure. And I'll get back to your question, your mom, or did I answer? I don't even remember. My brain's kind of scrambled right now. But yeah, like I basically wanted to, I would like to try to do vlogging again, but I kind of just ended up quitting vlogging, and mainly the reason why was because, like, there were times when I would try to vlog at Disneyland, and I would specifically have a plan to try to, like, oh, I want to capture this for the vlog, I want to capture this, I want to do this, I want to do that, and sometimes that just doesn't work, to where I end up not having a vlog to post on my channel. And so that happened so many times to where it's like, yeah, I think I'm just done. You know what I mean? Not to mention that, like, my vlogs, like, when I would post, it would kind of just stagnate at, like, maybe 100 or 200 views. Wouldn't really grow beyond that, or it would barely grow at all. And so it was kind of like, you know what? It's kind of pointless. So yeah, I may continue. Okay, cool. Yeah, I may continue doing vlogging at some point. So no more regular Josh adventures, probably. I don't know. Like, I did have a talk with Alex, like, yesterday, or it might have been 2 days. No. It was 2 days ago. I was at Disneyland yesterday. But yeah, I'm less inclined to really post on there. I might still post on that channel. Again, it's more so that I kind of have to get back into vlogging, and if anything, like, I try to put a little bit too much effort in those videos for it to get, like, little attention at all. So I think, like, I have to kind of pull back on that and just vlog, you know? I kind of have to, at the very least, try to get back into that habit and see if I still enjoy doing it, you know? Because if I enjoy doing it and whatever, then sure, maybe I'll continue. But if I'm not exactly enjoying it, then maybe that might stop. And I might do something different with that channel, where it'll still be, it won't be vlogs per se, but it might just be like montage. I don't know. Like, that really depends, to be honest. This is the main channel, so you got to. Well, yeah, I want to, well, I mean, yeah, I want to continue posting on this channel. The only reason why, when it came to me posting a lot on the vlogging channel and not necessarily on this channel, also when I was, like, taking a break from this channel, it was just more so that the vlogs were kind of, like, much easier to do. You know, like, it was just very easy to record, press the record button, be like, hey guys, what's going on? I'm here, and let's go ahead and check this out. Hey, let me record me being on a ride. Let me record me reviewing some food. Let me record some parts of the show, edit it together, and boom, just post it. Like, it was just very easy to do that. With this channel, and this is not a complaint necessarily, but because I do like the videos I post on this channel, but that takes a little bit more time and effort to do, because I gotta tend to do like some research on topics I'm gonna talk about. I also have to I got a little confused, my bad. Because I was looking at like the comment, I was like, what? Okay. But yeah, like yeah, I gotta do like research on the topic that I want to talk about. I also have to come up with the topic that I want to talk about. Then I usually have to write a script, because I'm not exactly the best at keeping my thoughts concise or still on topic. Because sometimes when I'll talk about certain things, like when me and Javon will kind of hang out with each other, we'll like speak, we'll kind of talk about certain topics, but then we'll also kind of just ramble about certain other things, you know what I mean? Like, we'll go to one point to another point to another point, and then we're like, oh, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, you know, sometimes that happens when you're talking with your friends, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, it's, regardless, like, that's kind of why I tend to do script writing. So like, at the very least, I can kind of keep my thoughts tight and orderly, if that makes sense. Because sometimes I also feel like I repeat myself a little bit too much when I'm just talking. And so because of that, that's why, you know, if I'm writing a script, then I'm not repeating the same points over and over and over again. And sometimes I feel like that's what I do. And when I send that audio over to Alex, sometimes he would have to cut a lot because I'm saying the same things over again. And it's like, okay, I definitely need to do a script. You know what I mean? So, that's why I do that. So I gotta write a script for the channel, but then I also have to essentially edit the audio sometimes, and then I send it to Alex, and then he does the video editing, of course. And that can also take a long time. It takes way more time and effort, you know, to do these videos. And so that's why, like, it, you know, that's why I would post way more on the vlog channel, because at the very least, when I would do the vlogs, like, I know what I want to do, and it's kind of just easy to just, like, again, press record, say, hey, blah, 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 just copy and paste, put it in the, you know, or transfer it to the computer, just put it in, like, CapCut or whatever, edit it, and, you know, call it a day. You know, it's just a lot easier to do that, especially when I go to Disney, like, almost every single week on a Friday, usually. So that's why I would do a lot more of those and not of this, because it was just a little easier, you know. I'm definitely gonna try to get better at posting here, but you know, we'll see where that takes us. I doubt I'm gonna be able to do weekly videos like I used to, because also, you know, when it comes to my life and when it also comes to Alex's life, you know, it can get busy and sometimes hectic a little bit. Specifically, more with him, things can get a little hectic. But you know, it's a whole thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So that's kind of what it essentially boils down to. But yeah. So I don't really know, to be honest, what it's gonna come down to when it comes to regular Josh adventures and stuff. When it comes to that channel, I probably will still try, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and I'll have to maybe come up with something else with that channel, and maybe I just don't post there anymore. I don't know. Like, it just really depends. It depends. But yeah. So that's why I haven't been doing too much in terms of like content and all that stuff. So yeah. Yeah, so I think that is... Wait, actually, hold on a second. There was... Oh yeah, the K-pop Demon Hunters. I have not seen that movie. I'm not exactly too interested, truth be told, to check out that movie. It's just not my thing. I know how much people love that movie. Trust me, I know how much people love that movie. What is it called? Golden? It's that song called Golden. Like, that's the main freaking song that everybody sings and plays. I literally cannot escape that damn song. Like, I legitimately cannot escape that song. One of the streamers, Corgi Cam, that I watch, like, every now and then, he'll just sing, like, a line from that song when he's playing one of his games. And it's like, God damn it. I cannot escape that song. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, the song's everywhere. But, yeah, I'm just not really interested in it. It never really caught my attention, to be honest. Like, when I saw the trailers for it, I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting, but it's not really something that I think would be, that it's really, I don't know, like, it's not exactly something that, you know, caught my interest and something that would be, like, something I would want to check out, you know, and I know how everybody is like, oh my god, it's such a great movie, and you know, it's amazing. The freaking, like, popularity of that movie skyrocketed, which I did not expect. I don't think anyone did. Lord, it was crazy. And I saw even some videos of of like the movie being at the theaters, and the amount of fandom that is in this is insane. Like, when I saw so many people, like, there was, which was the craziest thing, to be honest, because you already seen the movie, and so you're going to the movie theater and you're acting out like this is wild. Like, it was the scene where you saw, like, the other K-pop singers, like the boy group, and you had, like, one of the guys where he couldn't stay in his shirt and his shirt kind of popped open, and you saw his pecs, and all of the girls were just screaming like crazy, and it's like, thank God I am not in that movie theater. Oh my Lord. It's no. I would not want to be. I've already been in a situation in high school where it was an anime club, right? I used to attend that. Or, well, I mean, obviously I did attend that when I was in high school. And what happened was one day, like, they decided, oh, what we're gonna do is J-pop or K-pop for this class. So we're just gonna see, like, a bunch of songs from different J-pop or K-pop bands and stuff, right? And every single time one of the different bands would come up on, like, because in the anime club, we would just watch anime, like episodes of different anime, like, shows, right? It wouldn't just be one anime series, it would be a bunch of different anime series and stuff like that. And that would be, like, once a week, during lunchtime. But yeah, essentially, we would, like, that one day, that 1 week, we did, like, a K-pop / J-pop, like, watching different bands and stuff, and every single time a different band would come up, and mainly it would be, like, a male group, all the girls in this classroom that we would be in would be freaking screaming. It was so loud. I was like, oh my god. Like, that was enough to turn me off against any, like, K-pop, J-pop stuff. Like, I'm just not into that kind of music, personally. Not that it's bad. I mean, some of it's good, but, you know, like, it's just not my thing, really. But, like, dude, the fandom surrounding that stuff is, like, crazy and nuts. And it was like, okay, let me just stay away from that. that was really what it was. So, yeah, so that was kind of really the same when it came to K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, I'm just not into K-pop. I don't really care about it, to be honest. Like, again, it's not that I don't like it. It's just not my thing. And so, I just wasn't really interested when it came to the movie. And I'm still not interested. I'm sure if I were to watch it, I probably would enjoy it, maybe. But, it's just not something that I'm really inclined to check out. That's really what it is. But yeah, it's huge. I know it's already gonna get, like, I think they're already planning a sequel for it, probably, which, in all seriousness, would be smart of Netflix to do. Aren't they already? Is it a sequel, or is it? Wait, is it a series they're planning on? Excuse me, let me look that up. K-pop Demon Hunters. No, I don't think it's. They're getting a second. Are they getting a second movie? Yeah. So they are doing. I think that's what they're doing, right? Or at least it looks like it's likely that they're gonna get a sequel. Okay. It wouldn't even shock me if they were to make a freaking series out of this. Like, it just wouldn't shock me at all. Excuse me. But, yeah. Yeah. The fandom behind that is crazy. I literally didn't expect it to explode that much. It's nuts. I don't get whatsoever what's so funny about Jack Black saying chicken jockey to people. The fact that chicken jockey caused people to lose their minds, throwing freaking popcorn all over the place when they said it, I will never understand that either. Like, I know nothing about Minecraft. I'm not into that franchise. Whatever. But dude, like, I don't get it. I don't get why that made people go crazy. I don't understand either. It's crazy. Have you heard that Hulu is shutting down in 2026? Yeah, Hulu's gone. It's going to be going away, and it's going to just be consolidated into Disney Plus. That's essentially what it's going to do. So, yeah. Since, I mean, Disney technically does own Hulu right now, so. And Hulu is already kind of, like, bundled into Disney Plus as well. So, yeah, that was, I guess you could say it's technically inevitable. In the UK, people even brought fireworks in the theater. I'm not joking. Yeah, people are just stupid. Like, honestly, like, it shouldn't surprise me. We're talking about the human race here, and in the decade of the 2020s, people have gotten so much more worse and so much more stupid that nothing really surprises me anymore, to be honest. So, like, why not? Of course we're gonna have freaking fireworks in the theater because somebody said chicken jockey. Like, stupid. It's dumb. Nothing really surprises me anymore, man. Especially in the year 2025. Like, nothing really surprises me anymore, dude. It's kind of rare that certain events or whatever anyone does shocks me anymore. That's the sad part about it. And that's as far as we're gonna go with that. Like, I'm not even gonna delve anymore with anything. But, like, yeah, it's... Sometimes I think God is ashamed of what he's created. Yeah, I would believe you with that. It would not shock me in the slightest. Yeah. Okay, so it is 4:07 right now. This might be a good time. Hold on. But yeah, this might be about a good time to where I'm going to end the stream. Yeah, because there are a couple of things that I do need to do, and probably should also get ready to make me some dinner. I mean, it's 4 o'clock. I'm not too hungry right now though, but definitely do want to plan out what I'm possibly gonna eat. And yeah, we have now passed 2 hours. Yeah, it's shocking. Yep, 2 hours ought to do that to you. Yeah, it's crazy how, like, it doesn't feel like I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's the crazy part about that as well. Is like, it doesn't like even when I'm at Disneyland, it feels like 2 hours, right? Well, nah, I take that back. But, like, yeah, it's weird that, I mean, mainly because, like, I'm always checking stuff at Disney and all that stuff, and, you know, but, like, yeah, it's strange how, like, 2 hours doesn't really feel that long when I'm streaming. Not to say that I feel like I just started, but, like, I'll always kind of look at the clock or look at the time it says, and it's like, wait, I've been streaming for 2 hours? What? It's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to wrap up the stream for today, ladies and gentlemen. We are planning You must live in different time zones. Yep, I live in the West Coast. Also real quick, what are your thoughts on the Simpsons movie coming out? And yeah, that's right. I forgot the Simpsons is coming out with a sequel next in 2 years. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know. I don't really watch the Simpsons all that much anymore. Like, at least the newer seasons. I've always been hearing that the new seasons are not great. So I just haven't really checked them out. So yeah, but I don't know. Obviously it took them almost 20 years for us to get a sequel. So hopefully that means that the second movie is going to be a banger. You never know. But we're just gonna have to wait and see with that one. But yeah, it's interesting that we're coming out with a second movie. But I guess it shouldn't really be all that much of a surprise that we're going to get a second film, especially since this show has been going on for so long, especially also considering that you have another animated show that's been going on for quite some time, i.e. SpongeBob SquarePants, and that show has had, how many? 4 theatrical releases. Well, it's going to have its 4th theatrical release. Am I right on that? Well, technically, Sponge on the Run technically didn't have a theatrical release because of the pandemic, but it was going to, but, you know, still. So, yeah, SpongeBob, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Sponge on the Run, Sponge Out of Water, Sponge on the Run, and now, The Flying Dutchman. I don't really fully know what that one is called. Search for SquarePants? No, not Search for SquarePants. What? I don't know which one that one is called. I have no idea. I don't remember. I'm personally, I'm not really looking forward to that one because after Sponge on the Run, also after the Sandy Cheeks movie, and also after the Plankton movie, the Search for it is called The Search for SquarePants. Okay, I was right. But yeah, after those 3 particular movies, I am not really looking forward to the Search for SquarePants movie, to be honest. I don't think I'm even going to see it in theaters. I have like the movies have just kind of been going down in my personal opinion in terms of quality. And so, yeah, I can't really say that I'm, looking forward to it. If I hear otherwise that it is a good film, then fine. I may go ahead and see it in theaters. I may see it in general, like when it comes out on digital or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. All I can say is I'm not exactly looking forward to that. I just have little faith that it's going to be a good movie. Or it's going to be a great movie, you know what I mean? So, that's all I have to really say about that. But, yeah, but that's the point, you know, like that movie has, that series franchise has had so many movies at this point. So it shouldn't exactly shock us that the Simpsons movie is getting a second movie, you know what I mean? It shouldn't shock us that the Simpsons is getting a second movie. So yeah, I'm getting tired. Oh man, I'm getting tired. I think I do need to end it. General audiences that haven't seen the show in a while are gonna check in on the new Simpsons film. Might need to brace themselves on Marge's voice though. You know, honestly, at this point, it wouldn't shock me if they end up getting another voice actress for Marge at some point. You know, because yeah, she's I'm burned out on these SpongeBob movies. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not interested. Yeah, same. That's kind of what it is as well. But yeah. It might have to get to that point where Marge does happen to get another voice actress at some point, maybe. Because if she is starting to sound very rough, at some point the producers are gonna have to say, yeah, we're gonna have to replace you with another voice actress, you know? Yeah, I mean, because the voice actress is getting to that age, I think, where she should be able to retire. And maybe she doesn't necessarily want to retire, you know? Maybe she really loves the show so much that she wants to continue. That's kind of just how it goes. It's like SpongeBob, you know, the voice actors and actresses of SpongeBob, you know, they don't necessarily want to quit the show because they really enjoy playing these characters. You know, at some point they probably are going to be like, yeah, I would like to retire. And maybe at some point when they feel like they can't really do the voices any justice, that's when they'll retire. And whether it is that you get a new show, I mean, not a new show, a new voice actor for the character, or you happen to get just the end of SpongeBob. I don't know what would cause for the show to actually end. You know what I mean? But it definitely, like, I don't think it would be... I don't know if it would actually be the voice actors, like, changing or whatever. I don't know. But, I mean, Matt did say the show won't end unless one of the voice actors die. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Tom Kenny's voice is starting to sound tired, though, as if season 14. I mean, yeah, he is getting... I think the dude's in his 60s right now. Like, a lot of the voice actors, Marge's voice actor is 75 as of right now. Yeah, a lot of voice actors, I'm sure, for The Simpsons are definitely, like, up there in age. Same with SpongeBob. A lot of the voice actors are definitely over the age of 50. Some of them are over the age of 60. Mrs. Potts, she's close. I mean, Mrs. Potts, what the heck? She did play Mrs. Potts on Broadway in the original cast. That's what I was thinking. But Mrs. Puff... the voice actress of Mrs. Puff, which again, she did play Mrs. Potts on the Broadway production of Beauty and the Beast in the original cast, so that's what I was thinking. But she is getting to be close to 90 years old, I think. So she's getting up there too, you know? So, I mean, she's still able to do the voice and everything like that. And she probably, like, really still enjoys playing Mrs. Puff as well. So, yeah. But, you know, you just never know necessarily. Maybe one of them would like to retire and maybe they don't want to retire. And maybe it does have to take them passing away possibly to, which is kind of crazy to say, but, like, it probably would take a voice actor to pass away in order for them to either get a new one or in order for them to, like, end the show. Like, it sounds crazy, but hey, like, if the voice actors want to continue working on these shows for as long as they can, and if the show is still going to keep getting renewed, then, you know, that's just how that goes, right? So, you know, especially considering there's a lot of actors who continue doing work and they happen to, you know, pass, like, just at some point. You know, sometimes that's how that works. They don't necessarily plan on retiring, or they want to continue doing their show, but then something happens and they happen to pass, you know? So that happens sometimes. It sucks, but that's, you know, kind of the nature of things sometimes. But yeah, that tells you in a way that when an actor stays with the show for a very long time, how much they truly, truly do love that franchise. Or if they continue working in voice acting for a very long time, it tells you how much they love that craft, and, you know, they don't necessarily want to give it up. And I'm sure it also, like, it pays them pretty well to where they kind of also don't want to lose that income as well too. So it's you know, it's a whole thing. So yeah, Sabrina Carpenter is Nancy Cartwright's niece. If that's true, I definitely didn't know that. I did meet Sabrina Carpenter when she was in Girl Meets World, because I did go to a taping of that. And they have, like, the actors would come up to, like, the stands that the audiences would be sitting in, and we'd be able to, like, kind of meet them and get a picture with them. And that was very cool. It was very cool to be able to do that. And yeah, so... honestly, these voice actors have nerves of steel for wanting to work on that show for a long time. I'll give them credit for that. Yeah, definitely. You'd think that they would get tired of doing that role for a while, but, you know, I mean, I think it has probably more to, like, again, the love for the show. Also, it probably pays them well. But also, I think what they really enjoy when it comes to working on these shows is probably the fandom as well. Like, when you have a bunch of fans of your work, especially when it comes to a particular series and whatnot, like, I think that's also something that kind of keeps them going. Like, a lot of actors, like, really, 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 really love seeing just how much a show means to its fans, you know, and it makes you feel good, right? Like, when I do my show Maggie's Market and seeing how many people love our show and how many kids really love our show, and they love our songs, they love my character, they like the songs that we do and everything like that, and the lessons that they also kind of learn from the show. And you know, it's great, it's awesome. So like that is also another layer on top of it that makes our job worthwhile. Not just that we're getting to do our dream, but how much it affects people in such a meaningful way, you know what I mean? And that's why we continue doing our craft. So yeah, so that's what it is, you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, anyway, again, I think we're gonna have to end the stream. I am getting a little tired. I do need to definitely take a rest. Yeah, thank you guys so much, honestly, for joining the stream. I wasn't really sure like how many people were actually going to tune in to the stream, because I mean, again, I haven't streamed for a while and I haven't posted anything at all, not even like updates on the channel for a long time. So I wasn't really sure how many people were going to kind of check the stream and whatever. Which kind of makes me wonder how many people are going to check out a video if I post another one at some point. I don't know when that's going to be. I might want to, I mean, I did say I was going to talk about this in the stream, but I think I'll just save that for a video. But I might want to talk about the fact of how like Paramount is reportedly wanting to buy Warner Brothers Discovery, which is kind of bizarre, but I have to do a little bit more research about that before I remotely talk about it and like say my thoughts on the whole situation. It's crazy. It's what, like, it just kind of came out of nowhere and stuff like that though. But I definitely I might want to make a video about that, especially since there like still developments in the whole story that's going on with it and all that. So it's a whole thing. So I might talk about that in an upcoming video. It depends. I'll see what happens there. But yeah, again, thank you so much for, well, it was nice talking to you again. I hope you, hope to get to hear from you again soon. What can we say? We are a pretty dedicated fan base after all. I guess you guys are, which is crazy. It's awesome. I will say next Saturday, next Saturday, we are planning, I am planning on doing another stream with a very special guest. You guys probably already know who it is. You can probably guess who it's going to be though, but we're planning on doing a stream together, so that's going to be awesome. But yeah, sometime on Saturday I'll keep you guys posted for when for maybe what time that happens, and we just got to work out, you know, like we just have to work out like the logistics of doing that stream. And also what time works best for both of us. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so Liam, Dorothy, your mom, Rike Arts, I think I'm saying that wrong, or I don't know. Sonic, the Blue Dabba, whatever. The Blue Dabba D, I think. The network, Gold Star, Gillian, Mason, and I think that is everybody that is currently in the stream. I think I also said Silver Star. Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining in on my stream. Thanks for checking it out and everything, and thanks for hanging out. Again, we're gonna be doing a stream. J-Rock, damn, you just got in when I'm ending the stream, man. Oh man, I hate when that happens, when people like join in the stream and then you're about to end it. Like it just sucks, because it's like, no. But hello, J-Rock, and also goodbye, J-Rock. I'm ending the stream right now. But I am streaming next Saturday, probably. It might be a Sunday, I'm not exactly sure. But I will keep you guys posted as to what time the stream most likely will be. So look out for that. And I don't know if I'm gonna do a video this week either. I may, we'll see. It could be next week. It could be 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Again, thank you guys so much for joining in the stream. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Saturday, a good rest of your weekend. And hopefully you guys also have a good week. I hope everything goes well with everything that's going on in the world. I don't even know if what I just said even made sense. I don't know. Yeah, again, thank you guys so much for joining in on the stream. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend and all that. See you guys next Saturday. If I post a video anytime soon this week, I'll see you then. And if not, see you guys in the next stream on Saturday. And yes, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Saturday. And remember, you're hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. Peace out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.